Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is kind of like an ordinary day lately with the kids back to school. It has been crazy how quiet it has been here. But today is this little one's 9-month birthday and tomorrow is my birthday. So well, before we have school pickup later today, I am going to get the cake part of my birthday cake made. I'm going to be doing a strawberry cake this year and just kind of get some things done around the house. So here's what we're doing today. As with anything mom related, this cake is going to have to be done in parts. So the first part is going to be just hulling the strawberries for the puree that's going to go into the cake. I've got to reduce it first. So getting those hulled now and doing it one-handed is no joke. Just finished that. I'm gonna finish prepping it after a little walk because it is so beautiful outside. I wanna get the kids out and myself. So we're doing a little bit of snack time. I got the kids these organic strawberry and beet snack bars. Gerard seems to really like them. And I am gonna do standard process complete chocolate kind of like protein shake. So we're gonna do that and then head for a little walk. Are we gonna go on a walkie? Yes! Guys, I don't know if I have talked to you guys about my Wonderfold, but I do really, really like it. You like our stroller? Yeah. Yeah, you like to be able to hop in and out, huh? Okay, let's go. The kiddos were so excited to run into the garbage truck on our walk today. Definitely keeps them amused. Rosie just loves to wave to them. It's so cute. Now we are back. The kiddos are just going to kind of hang here next to me so that I can try to get watering of the plants done. It is so nice today, but the last few days have been so incredibly hot here that the plants, especially my hydrangeas, have just really, really been struggling. And now we're just gonna keep hanging outside. We brought our bin of figurines outside to kind of play until we need to eat. Okay, we're getting ready for lunch now. Rosemary, what did you request for lunch? Salad. And so what we always do, if you have seen this before, anytime I am making lunch, I make lunch for the kids' lunch boxes like the next day for school at the same time. So Rosemary requested salad today. So that's what the kids are gonna get in their lunch boxes too. Kind of like a deconstructed salad for them though. That's just kind of the way they prefer it. So we are gonna get on that. Rosemary has salad with, what do you have? You've got spinach and croutons, tomatoes, feta cheese, and some diced yogurt chicken. How's that sound? Yeah. Good. And then do you want some ranch on it? Yeah. Yeah. So let's go get you some at the table, okay? Let's go get you at your spot. For mine, I'm using a bit more of the leftovers. I've got some squash and roasted onions there too, but I'm gonna go ahead and add spinach and tomatoes to mine as well, with probably a little ranch. How is it? Good? For Gerard, I did just like kind of a different rendition here. He's got one piece of chicken, a couple blueberries that I pre-smashed, a red pepper, and then some tomatoes here as well. Is it good? Hi, hi, hi. So then here is how the kids' lunch boxes turned out. So they're gonna get kind of a deconstructed salad here. They've got the spinach and the chicken. Here's some vegetables, cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, and there's some carrots in there too. They've got feta cheese and croutons here. They each have a couple of plums and then a half of a cream cheese bagel. So that is what lunch will look like for them tomorrow. And then while I was at it cutting the chicken, I went ahead and diced our leftover grilled chicken from the other night. We're gonna have that as ramen. I went ahead and did that now so that it's one less thing to do when I am prepping dinner, especially because I have school pickup today and gymnastics night. So we have to leave by 4:30 for that. So dinner has to be done by 4:30 when we get ready to leave, and I have school pickup. Not a lot of time of wiggle room there, so yes, anything I can prep in advance is good. I'm doing homemade ramen, so I'll probably start around 2:30 making dinner to make sure that's done, you know, on time. Just doing a quick cleanup over here. Gerard, especially at this age right now, is just so messy. So if you do not clean up after every little snack time, you are just dealing with a huge mess later. So definitely
wanted to get that cleaned up real quick.
I just want to get this puree on the stove for the cake before I bring Gerard for his second nap, which he's playing in the playroom with Rosemary right now. I'm like kind of watching him play here. And I can tell by his behavior, I probably have 15 minutes before it's gonna be like emergency, take him to nap. And as soon as he hears this blender, 10 bucks, he comes crawling this way and my hands are gonna be like not very free. So just wanna try to get this completed before that situation happens. So let's see. I've given this guy a good rinse, and my favorite way to clean a blender is just rinse it out and then put a drop of soap in there with a cup of water. Pulse it for like 4 seconds. Rinse it out and your blender is clean. So simple.
We're now moving on to homeschool, which usually I save for after Gerard is already asleep, but Rosemary was just so excited to do it that we just decided to do it. And I actually am in the process of filming like a week's worth of what we do for homeschool. So stay tuned for that video if you are curious to what homeschooling is looking like this year. Once I brought Gerard up for bed, I went ahead and went through his clothes. I needed to switch him over. He is growing into the next size, so I just wanted to get that done. And while I did this, you can see I'm talking here, and I decided just to go ahead and film his 8-9 month update for you. I just posted that, so if you are curious about where he is, go watch it.
I just came down to our Gunji basement to throw the clothes for the 12 months into the washing machine. And right now I'm on a mission to like totally declutter my house, and I'm trying to do like a little piece a day. And so on my list today was the basement pantry thing. So right after I did the laundry, since Gerard's asleep and Rosemary was like playing, I just did that real quick. So I kind of went through and organized this shelf. And kind of got rid of some things that I don't need anymore. And so that feels really good to have that checked off my list. Obviously it's not like completely organized, like that doesn't look great, but you know, it is organized and I got rid of some things. I'll show you upstairs real quick before I start the cake where my giveaway pile is. So here's kind of like the corner of my house where I'm keeping all the giveaway. So that feels pretty good to have that much stuff. And this is already like the second or third load. Oh my goodness, look outside. Look at that cute deer. You see him? Yeah, come look, Alice. Now on to dinner prep. Like I said, we're gonna have homemade ramen. So I've got some mushrooms cooking in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the diced chicken that I did earlier, mix that up, set it aside, and then work on some homemade ramen broth. Got some white wine going here, and I'm gonna add butter and garlic to that. Then I'm just gonna kind of let that melt and stir for about 2 minutes before I add kind of the soy sauce, broth, and seasonings. I will link the recipe that I'm using in the description in case you are interested. It is a recipe from The Cozy Cook. I will just speed through this a little bit as I add the rest of the ingredients, but since I am doing this voiceover in, you know, a later time, I will just tell you that this broth turned out super good. If I had any like recommendations, it would be probably to make a little bit more broth than the recipe calls for. I think everybody wanted a little bit more kind of soup to slurp, and you know, when we packed it up for leftovers, it was pretty much all noodles without any broth, so then it was hard to have as leftovers. So then I had to make more broth, and nobody likes that situation. So I would say when you make it, if you make this recipe, maybe not quite double the broth, but just make some extra, because it definitely was super good and everybody wanted more. While that's cooking, I've got my little helper Rosie here. What are you helping me with? Yeah, you're opening my packages for me, right? And then we throw away what? What do we throw away? We throw away the wrapper and the flavoring package, and we keep the noodles, right? Yes.
And now, while I was cooking that, I also made some soft-boiled eggs. So Rosie's gonna help me peel the eggs too, right? Yes. You are working so hard. You can slam it a little more and create more cracks if you think that'll help you.
I'm doing great.
You are doing great.
Really no drink the thing.
Uh-huh. Add this to a boil. I'm gonna go ahead and just add 3 Romans. Okay, now that that is kind of cooked through, I'm gonna go ahead and add the mushrooms and chicken back in. And I'm gonna turn off my heat actually, since I'm not serving this right away. I'm gonna turn off my heat so that it can start to cool down. While it is still hot enough to cook, I'm gonna add my bok choy. Okay, then this is done, and Rosemary helped me with the eggs, so we have those ready to eat with it when it is time to serve, but then this can just kind of hang out until dinner. We've got about 15 minutes now until we have to leave for school pickup. So we're gonna see how much of this cake we can knock out. We won't be able to bake it, but maybe we can make that batter. And if Gerard wakes up, then we might even be pressed more for time, but we'll see what we can do, okay? Got it. First thing, we need flour. 2.5 cups.
Flour is going to be good. Right?
Yeah. You know what? We're just gonna measure it. It's really funny. This is a, old school, not old school, but just like a regular mixer, but I broke mine. And I haven't used this lift stand type of mixer in years and years and years, since I was like a kid at my parents' house. So like figuring this out is just wild. I'm borrowing it from my parents/sister. So mine is being repaired hopefully as we speak because I miss it. All right, ready to help me pour it in here? We need 2.5 cups, which is about 285 grams. Whoa, too much, okay? So that's good. Now we just need to squeeze some out of it.
Too much.
Yeah, too much, because we need 285. 83, 84, 85. Okay. But you know what was kind of silly is I did it in here, and really, we should have done it in a separate bowl to start. So let's put that in there, because we're gonna have to spin butter and stuff. Okay, so that's all for that. Now what we gotta do, you wanna mix it for me really gently?
Yeah.
Great, that would be good. Yes, nice and gently, because what happens if you do it too fast?
Ew.
Yes, it spills all over, doesn't it? You do not want that. So now we're gonna do 12 tablespoons of butter. Did it spill?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Accident.
Yeah.
I don't know. My hand. Put it in.
All right, let's just set this aside. It's okay, a little spilled. Let's work on the butter.
That's okay if we little spill.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna need a whole one of these, because we're gonna need 12 tablespoons, and this is 8. So do you think you can like push that in there for me? Good. 1. And we're gonna save this to grease our pans.
Yeah. Let me think that pea. You know, I was playing and then
Look at this. How are you gonna measure this when the butter, can't tell, it's not focusing, but the wrapper is off. There's like, it starts here instead of at the end, so it's not gonna give us an accurate measure. So we ourselves are just gonna eyeball what half of this is. I think it's gonna be about there. Okay, let's do this. And then can you dump that in there for me?
Thank you very
I
much.
think I can do it by myself.
Oh, okay. How about a cup and a little of the sugar? You want to add that in for me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna do 3 of these.
Can I do it by myself?
Yeah, you can. 1. And we're about just in time because just finished that, but I hear Gerard crawling around up there now that he's on the floor bed. He like, you can just hear when he kind of crawls around the room. And it's time we have to go pick up the girls. So that is like what a general day after morning drop off until morning, like afternoon pickup goes around here. So that's the day. Come home and kind of clean up in the 30 minutes ish that we have before I have to bring her to gymnastics, and that's like what our day is. So hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.